Hello and welcome to eComm. Between this video and all the details we provided in that initial email, you should be able to get logged in for the first time, reset your passwords, as well as have a clear picture of next steps, what that training looks like, and when you need to have the quiz completed by. As we've mentioned in this email, if you have any trouble logging in, do not hesitate to either contact me, or I am hosting these virtual new user open office hours for the next couple days, so you're welcome to join one of those sessions. It's also important to note that eComm is comprised of 3 separate applications: Marketing Cloud for email marketing, Cvent for event management, and Salesforce, our constituent relationship management system. So some of you, based on your needs, might only have access to one, and others might have all 3. The email that we did send your way is customized for the tools that you have access to. To kick off, I am going to use this login link from step 1 in the email. Here we have the eComm login page, which I highly encourage you go ahead and bookmark, since it does get you to our 3 applications. You can also find it on the right side of our navigation near the top. As of December 12th, 2021, there was a security update where if you are logging into Salesforce or Marketing Cloud, you must either be on a CU network or on the CU VPN connection. So if you're not familiar with how to connect on the VPN, if you are working off campus, you can go ahead and access this link, which will send you to a wiki. And so the experience is different depending on which campus that you are at. So we do send you off to those specific resources, but if you run into any trouble at all, do reach out to your campus help desk. For our Marketing Cloud users, we are going to start in the middle here, clicking log into Marketing Cloud. Your username was provided to you in the email. Note it's very close to your university email, but there is a -MC03 added before the @ symbol. I also like to check this remember me box before hitting next, so you don't have to input that next time. You'll also need to input that temporary password that was provided to you within the email as well, and then go ahead and click the login button. And I must apologize, I won't be able to show you this exact experience because I have logged in before. But next you will be presented with the need to input a verification code. And so Marketing Cloud will send that directly to your inbox. And it will look something like this. So within that email, there will be a verification code for you to copy and paste into Marketing Cloud to move on to the next step. And that next step that you will see here is the opportunity to fill out security questions, some of the more obscure ones I've ever seen. So take your time on that before hitting next. Next, you're presented with multi-factor authentication, an additional security feature that Marketing Cloud recently rolled out. While this isn't required until February 1, 2022, we encourage you to do it sooner rather than later. Within the email we sent you, we did provide a full tutorial to how to set up multi-factor authentication. So not only a video from a session we hosted, the more direct tutorial down here of how will I authenticate in Marketing Cloud will walk you through the different options that are available here. And I will just call out that you can either set it up as an extension on your desktop or something on a mobile device. So a couple of different ways to achieve that. So assuming that you've clicked that Get Started button and gone through the multi-factor authentication process, at this point you should be logged into Marketing Cloud. Your Marketing Cloud account should look something similar to what you're seeing on my screen, but do note there will be slight differences because we're in different accounts and we have different access. So with that, we do have over 100 different business units across the university. So it is important to just do a final check and make sure the business unit that you do have access to somewhat resonates with you. In the top right corner, please hover your name, and in the drop-down, click Cloud Preferences. From this user settings page, in the top left corner, click Change Password. You will need to input that old or temporary password that we provided to you within the email. and then fill out your own new password. Go ahead and confirm it. And as you meet the criteria, do note it actually checks it off of this list. Very important, do not hit enter in order to save this. It'll just kind of refresh the page actually. It's a little annoying. Instead, be sure to hit the save button in the top left corner. And at that point, if all is well, you shall see this password has been changed, this green banner rather than a red one saying we did not accept it. And I also just got an email to my inbox confirming I updated my password. If you're a reactivated user, you also might want to click the change security questions if you don't remember those anymore. With Marketing Cloud complete, we can go ahead and log into Salesforce next by clicking log into Salesforce on the left-hand side here. Salesforce leverages single sign-on, so you will have to select your particular campus. After that, your username and password aligns with what you use to get into the campus portal. No need to reset any passwords here, but when you are brought into Salesforce, you should see something similar to what you see on my screen. While most users don't log into Salesforce that often or do a ton of work in here, it is integral to what's going on behind the scenes and how you use Marketing Cloud, which is why we just want to make sure you do have access here, even if you don't focus here with training. Once you've successfully logged into the 3 applications, you'll move on to step 2 of completing new user training. And so this is really important to note that as it sits right now, you do not have full access. We really want you to complete that knowledge verification quiz before we're going to grant your access to send a real email out of Marketing Cloud or to get your Cvent event approved. So for those Marketing Cloud users, we do have that 8-minute understanding canned spam, really honing in on that federal law and how we approach it with our constituents. There is also our more technical Marketing Cloud new user training, which takes about 45 minutes. Note, with that, there is an optional Salesforce new user training. Salesforce is actually crucial to how Marketing Cloud functions. Marketing Cloud is where you might build an email and hit send, but when you hit send, whatever that audience is, whether it's 5 or 50,000 people, they actually originate in Salesforce. So not something you have to learn right off the bat, but it could be an area for growth once you're comfortable in Marketing Cloud. You don't have to know things on Salesforce to pass the quiz. So once you've completed those required trainings, depending on what applications you have access to, we'll want you to complete a knowledge verification quiz. And that quiz will go directly to my inbox, at which point might take a couple hours or so, but I will grant that access for you and I will follow up via email. You'll notice on the email that was sent to you, we CC'd somebody, which we reference as your eComm specialist, individuals who sit on the campuses who really provide ongoing support. And so we'll go ahead and copy them at that point as well, essentially letting them know from the system perspective, you have been onboarded successfully.